very least.
Yeah, he did get a video. He did get to be a special guest in that video just a bit earlier today, eh? It got uploaded.
Yeah.
I watched it. It was pretty fun. It was entertaining.
Yeah.
And one of the big things that Ljovynn
Ooh,
said
redraw.
during that is
Oh.
that a
Oh
huge.
dear.
This is a rough hand, but he said one of the big things he said was the importance of taking up space early in. And we're seeing that be demonstrated immediately as we get nothing but a killer whale to open with. And he's like, this is a better opening than anything else. I would really like to use this at the end, but it is an opening card. I'm going to open with this. And I feel like we're actually going to see some momentum because of that choice.
Ooh, that's a nice clash. But it ends up, Shiva ends up piercing through, and hopefully, Ljovynn has a plan to get into his base, and luckily he does with the charger. But looks like Jack is taking up space in Jovin's space as well. Both just fighting for each other's base.
Mm-hmm. This is a big thing that I remember in a previous interview. Ljovynn said, like, if you get a bad hand like this, one of the best decisions you can make is just be like, I can't do base combos. Just recognize you're not doing base combos. Your base doesn't matter. It does not matter. So your mission immediately turns into making sure your opponent cannot do theirs.
Yeah, exactly.
And you saw literally that happen with Killer Whale dropped in the middle, just get as much reach, or Boris goes over, and then we see that Charger just make this long line, just, that is now my turf. Like, despite having what we both agree would be a bad hand, and this is what gets brought up from time to time about, like, even with bad hands, like, I saw in a previous game, like, that dog water hand that N had, he played and ended up playing a little too defensively with that Clash Blaster, where if they pushed it a little bit further, I think it would have actually pierced. And if it did that, N would have actually had a similar looking map to this in their entirely different game, and might have actually stood a much greater chance. Like, this is like, it's a funny thing to say, but it's the champ difference. It's like, Ljovynn knows this game, has like very solid confidence strategies and knows when to shift gears from, oh, I'm building my base. Oh, I cannot build my base because my hand is garbage. Literally garbage. I am going to just make... I'm not even going to try to play carefully. I don't want space. It doesn't matter anymore. I'm going to force my opponent to pass.
Yeah, there's a reason why these guys are the best players, because they're able to make even a really bad starting hand work. With Ljovynn having a point lead right now, although Jack does have a lot more special.
He does, but we do have a Tent Attack that is readily available to grant 2 special on the flick of the switch. A couple of locations, actually. There's 3 locations on the map that can give 2 special. That's actually amazing. Making that final play. And again, like...
Ooh,
I don't know how Jack's hand is.
It
definitely started better than Ljovynn's, but Jack's been forced to pass twice because of...
Might have started good, but it definitely isn't ending good.
Yeah, no, these hyper-aggressive plays have been working out to Ljovynn's favor, and we have enough that he's considering dropping Big Man. And it's so close to giving him 3 special. Like... It's absolutely incredible how thought out and planned these strategies can be. Nice call to pass. Jack making a phenomenal play with that slash mob, keeping him evening up the score.
Both evenly matched, except in special points. Ljovynn has 1 more, Looks like he's planning to play at big man.
Yeah, he's playing the big man
wonder
because if
if-
he can get 2 special off of that, then... Or if he can get 2 special off of his super, then he's going to be able to play the 312 as his final play. So he is just looking for some kind of impact. And yeah, that looks like it is the best choice. It is not a great choice, but at the same time, beggars can't be choosers. And it keeps him a point in the lead.
It still keeps him in the lead with a point advantage. But it is only the 1 point. We don't know if that will be able to help him win this one.
He's desperately looking for a good Kraken Royale position. We've got 20 seconds left on the clock. We're running out of time. He needs something. He is looking so hard. I feel like, ooh, that's a pretty good... I think that's his best shot. Like, he's looking, he's checking other spots, and he's like...
Yeah, definitely the best spot.
Yeah, 5 seconds left, and that's what he's got to go for. Killer Whale coming in from Jack. Like, yeah, no, Ljovynn played this one phenomenally, but Jack is gonna walk away with a single point.
1 point difference.
Just
1 point difference again.
That little bit steadier.
It looks like we're going to be looking at another square squared.
Indeed. But yeah, no, like, oh, this is a much happier hand for Ljovynn. Well,
Yeah,
I can only hope that
definitely
Jack got a good
better
hand
hand.
too.
Yeah. And from looks of things he did indeed get a good starting hand.
But yeah, we're seeing a lot more. We're already seeing a very big change in tempo play from Ljovynn. He's like, oh, I've got cards that I can actually play with. Let me think about like defense and offense now instead of just like going for the throat. Like trying to think about where Jack might be wanting to play and trying to cross out the other side, because a 17 card will always get overwritten, or it's going to cause a clash. But it's like, it's going to lose in something like this, and Jack is going to be able to get really good space contention here. Really nice set of Dynamo too, just like recognizing if I put this here, I can immediately knock out this Gnarly Eddie. Because that's such a powerful card, and it has such a huge impact, like, quickly in this game. You get so many points, it's really easy to special when it's set up like this.
Mm-hmm.
Gnarly Eddie managing to do a little bit of damage still, and this Spot Charger is definitely coming in to try to shut down the Gnarly Eddie.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, once that spot gets walled out, it's like he can't do what he wants on that side. Nice catch as the Gold Dynamo tries to stop it, but we get the Pierce, and yeah, Gnarly Eddies. There's no more space on the map for any Gnarly Eddies, so Ljovynn managed to make a good call and getting his out as soon as he could, even if it was just in the middle of nowhere. Because now Jax is just a piece of a brick. Still very in the heat of this game though, as there's a lot of space for smaller cards still. There's a lot of like strategy and planning and things that you can kind of work around. You can see Ljovynn is thinking so hard about where exactly he wants to drop these cards. Ooh, the Pierce!
Ooh.
I feel like he was really hoping to get some kind of setup for that Stringer, which he does have now, but that setup is just going to be dashed away. There wasn't really any good space for that either, though. $73 to 62, 6 turns left. It is Ljovynn with 2 special, and Jack has yet to get any. He has an 11-point lead. That's gonna help him out though. And
Looking like, definitely looking like Jack will have an awkward time getting base combos with how just chaotic the board is right now.
yeah.
Both ended up passing.
He's looking for those 2 cards. You see them at the bottom left of his list. I forget what they're called, but Ljovynn is waiting for either of those 2, and they're both like bottom of the deck. They would be both really useful. Like, I'm not sure how many spaces there are. I can't see it because I'm terrible at seeing these kind of things. But I feel like those cards would have maybe in the previous turn. Well, no, they both passed. But like, would have been one of the few things that I could have done. And still is just not drawing them. We've got a Kraken Royale coming up too. Yeah, both are just like dead logged down.
They're both passing.
Yeah, they flooded this map a little too quickly for either's likings. Nothing can happen here.
Yeah, the board really is really chaotic right now. Like, there's just so many random small gaps that only small cards can fit into, and it's just looking like both sides are having a hard time charging special.
Ljovynn sets
Got
up
a
with the
special
lead
plan
last
from
2
Ljovynn.
turns. This is when the special trains are going to start popping.
Ljovynn has a pretty good killer whale spot to charge him back up some more special.
Ooh, that's a really good Kraken Royale.
Ooh, yeah, he'll probably end up using that Kraken spot in his last turn.
Yeah. Killer Whale here is really solid. It is going to give... If Jack... Like, you could worry about giving Jack this 1 extra special, but there's also the consideration of the fact to just... Oh, he actually set him up to have 3 special!
That got over, right?
The read that Jack wasn't going to have a 3... Was it going to naturally set up for the 3 special?
Is that going to lose him the game?
So Ljovynn was thinking, well, Jack is going to make sure
could.
that he sets up that he has the 3 special. That just makes sense. So it seemed like a safe call. But Jack threw his gnarly Eddie down. He just dropped him. That's basically perfect though. So like, unless Jack has a truly, like a legitimately perfect play, this will still win. Oh wait! Oh wait! Oh wait! He had a killer whale too! Jack gets a 2nd point!
Another 1 point difference as well.
That early killer whale actually killed Ljovynn there! Oh my goodness! Holy Lords of Helix, that... Oh,
insane.
What?
Another squared. Hopefully Ljovynn will be able to turn this around, because it's not looking too good for him scores-wise. It's definitely a good start.
Ooh.
Definitely a decent starting hand, though. Looking to use Gnarly Eddie. I definitely could end up blocking off anything that Jack wants to play in that corner.
I don't
Is he going to use it more aggressively?
I'm still on that previous game. I don't think Ljovynn expected Jack to have a killer whale, which is why he did that. And then Jack's like, oh, you don't know I have this, do you? Well, wouldn't it be funny if I just used it right now?
Yeah.
Oh. And he had like a basically perfect Kraken rail too. He was just 2 pieces off. He needed the whole thing. He needed a literal true perfect. Alright, yeah. We got a nice clash as Jack pierces through, continuing to provide contention. This is the... I'm sure Jack has... Has Jack been able to take Ljovynn out before? I think this is the closest Jack has ever been to taking Ljovynn out. But it's only winter finals. Which, granted, he no matter what, he had... If Ljovynn is treated as the top seed he is and makes it to his positions, Jack has to beat him twice no matter what. Which means that the best case scenario, you take one of those now. You take one of those now. I know Jack is sweating. He is sweating as he is trying to play this the calmest, smartest way he can. Ljovynn is focused, dead set on bringing this back. Getting that reverse sweep. And as it stands, we are at a 52-65. Ljovynn is in the lead, and we're all, just like the last time, we are quickly, like the last 2 times, we're already running out of space.
Yeah. Jack definitely has... Yeah, this is definitely looking to be another really chaotic board. It doesn't look like there's going to be much space left for either of them to have any base combos.
I've seen so much Tentatek in the last, like, few weeks. And I get it now. I get it. I get why Tentatek is so good. I don't play Tableturf very often. I'm gonna have to put Tentatek in my deck. It's so good. It just works always.
Yeah.
There's always somewhere to put
Jack
it.
ended up passing.
And it looks like Ljovynn finally finds a win. Jack just could not find the heart of the cards on this one. Ends up bricking, and he just knew that he didn't have any more answers and felt... And I would assume was confident enough that Ljovynn was going to keep up that tempo.
Yeah.
Jack has already beaten Ljovynn.
Like
oh, gosh. Yes.
Double Gemini.
But we can go with the other narrative of the fact that Ljovynn has been burying Jack with 2nd places in competitive events for long as I've been here.
Yup. Definitely happened last TBL.
I know for a fact that Jack he really wants to be able to take Ljovynn down, because these two have been clashing heads at the top of the ladder time and time and time and time and time again. And
yeah,
I feel like there'd be a lot of satisfaction from Jack if he could finally be the one to give Ljovynn a silver medal.
Ooh, that's a really good Gelfonso placement. Not Gelfonso. I don't know how to say his name. But that is still a really good placement. Ljovynn still does have 1 or 2 ways to access Jack's base, so if those don't end up getting plugged, Ljovynn might be able to place a Cohawk there or something in that little corner where those grey spaces are. It looks like he's trying to find a spot for the Octo Brush, but he can't find anywhere to put it. Ooh.
Looking for a spot for that paintbrush. It almost looks perfect. It almost looks perfect, but it is ashamedly not. That is perfect. That is a cozy octobrush.
That's a nice octobrush spot. That is a really nice octobrush spot.
That feels very cozy and makes me very happy. But that doesn't mean it's a good spot, because as cozy as it is, we do get the special off of it. But like, if any orange specials, if any of Jack's specials go into that spot, that is a very strong place for Jack to contend and try to steal from. Like, look at that. There's a perfect 3x3 square just in the middle. And if Ljovynn puts more things like that, Kohawk cannot go there. It cannot go there. That would just be disastrous.
Looks like he's opting to give Jack a special pioneer.
Kind of felt forced to in order to get a special of his own so he could play this Ouroboros. This will be a massive tempo swing.
That's a really early 17 special from Ljovynn.
Yeah, but like as we can see, Ljovynn's quickly running out of space to play anything.
Yeah, it definitely is running out of space, so he's being kind of forced to use special here.
And playing this does allow for multiple ways to break into that base of Jack. Nice, Squid Force will be closing out any opportunities to really capitalize on that space, though. And now we're trying to fight this Splash-O-Matic. Just no optimal position to do this. That's a weapon that's like built for this map. There's so many corners for you to put it in, but like none of them are available anymore.
That is really unfortunate.
And while we do have a 10-point lead, Ljovynn is forced to pass. Final 3 turns, still no special, only one special, and there's only one card. I don't think even that card can be played. This is all on Jack. This is Jack's chance to shine.
This could be his chance, because Ljovynn's bricked like 2 turns here.
Ljovynn has to pass next turn
the
too.
Opportunity to this could give him the chance to get the point lead.
Yeah, like Ljovynn has to pass this turn too. There's nothing he can do in this situation. None of his cards fit on the map.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got we have to play a 3-12 here, and then we need to play another one on the next turn. If he can get 2 decent 3-12s, this is definitely done, and Jack will be advancing to win Grand Finals in advantage.
Will this finally be the chance for Jack to finally win against Ljovynn?
What?
Nope. Well, that's fun. Nintendo gods just didn't want
I think
didn't want
no. I think N had a DC in the lobby, and it caused everybody to get booted. Hold on.
Yeah, that's rough. I have said that sometimes you fight the RNG mod of your opponent, but there's also a secret third enemy. Nintendo was servers. I just can't help but see, just to find it funny, that Jack was almost about to. Jack could have won that, but there was just the unfortunate DC.
I honestly unless Jack, that literally was Jack's. I don't see
Yeah.
any situation where that should be considered a redo, especially since it was like on the second last turn. And we know you could tell what was about to happen.
Yeah. So does that mean Jack will be taking the win?
I don't. It looks like we are going to do a redo. Unfortunately that does not count.
Oh, damn it. Jack with the bad luck on that one.
Okay. That's disheartening.
Yeah, that is.
Like,
That's basically saying the least.
yeah, I just don't feel good. That was a huge. That just knocked all the wind out of my sails. We're gonna see this happen again. Jack has got to do this. He's got to get that win.
I believe in Jack.
Wait, does that count as a win for Ljovynn?
Could have done.
Hold on. Oh, the game has started.
Double Gemini. Ooh. You could go for the defensive DJ Octavio or the defensive one.
A defense could be a solid option, but generally, from what I've seen with this map, especially considering there was going to be something like that coming in, defense isn't. Your defensive side is made based on the offensive interactions that have happened.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a good spot because, while it does put a special block near that can kind of contend that other one, it means that, again, like that previous game, there is now a huge opening.
Yeah.
Like, that is
it
just
does end up getting
to
a special
take.
point, but
Goes for the splatter screen. A really aggressive splatter screen.
That's a pretty nice. That's a pretty nice splash position.
Indeed, it is. That's gonna cause Jack a lot of problems. And now we got a Kohawk. Really strong tempo coming from Ljovynn on this one.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got the splatter screen coming in, trying to find that one spot. Kind of just forced to drop it out, which means that both players will only have a single 312 for the final rounds of the game.
Yeah.
Unless we go for something different. There is plenty of space on that side of Jack's turf to pierce through if we want. And I think that is what Ljovynn is thinking about right now. Ooh, that's some good positioning.
Ooh.
5 turns left, and yeah, that definitely gave a little bit more room. Ljovynn is gonna just drop the next 312, just looking to cover turf. Nah. It was a consideration. I don't think it's a good... I would have been pretty concerned if that would happen. Like, that would put Ljovynn in a pretty disadvantaged position. Is he gonna go for it? Like, it is 12 points still. I don't think it's the best play, but it is a play that can be made.
Ooh.
Oh, wait, he still has his splatter screen. Oh, yeah, he never did end up playing it. So he still has a 312. And while he can't use it to fully overwrite the old splatter screen, that would have been incredibly useful. There are definitely going to be spots to be able to make things work. A few more points, final 3 turns, and this is a much better position for Ljovynn than that previous game.
Looks like he's already using his...
No, we're looking at to see where he can put it right now. I don't see him looking to play it right now. That's set up for later.
Yeah.
So we're gonna probably dropping one of the cards. Playing that smaller 3/7.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're gonna play the 3/7, build up 2 more special off of this, and then drop the 312. So now it's all about finding a way to make sure that he gets as many points as possible, gets those 2 specials. Jack is likely gonna play a fairly light card that gets him an extra special off of this. I see a good 10 to tech, one really solid 10 to tech position. No, that's not actually that good. Where could he play? Like, I guess there's only that one that would give Ljovynn a special. So he does choose to pass, which means...
Oh, Jack bricked. He won't have a 312 card to play.
Yeah, he doesn't have enough to get the 312 in this situation.
It looks like Ljovynn's going to be winning this one.
He was waiting for that sprinkler and just could not get it.
Yeah. It was just a case of bad RNG. And it looks like Ljovynn will be winning that one. Unfortunate that Jack didn't end up winning because of the previous DC.
I mean, it's still 2-2.
Hopefully Jack will be able to win win this final game. We'll see where things go.
And it looks like we are going to be finishing things up on Main Street.
Ooh, Main Street.
Honestly, I'm praying that Jack wins this one, not only because he deserves it, but because he needs a moment to breathe. He needs a moment to collect himself after, like, these exchanges.
Ooh. Looks like we've got a crab tank on this deck. That's a pretty good starting hand.
Indeed.
Ljovynn goes for the early wall off and doesn't end up getting pierced, so he indeed walls off Jack pretty early on. It's definitely a pretty big wall off.
Indeed. Yeah, that's a really good defense. We're gonna try. It gives. Yeah. Like, there's a little bit of room for Ljovynn to break through and do some. On that corner side of Jack's base. And, oh, and we've got the sprinkler too, so he's gonna be able to clearly pierce
sprinkler
through.
spot. Oh, but he chooses not to play it. Or not. Indeed, it goes with the sprinkler. Ooh, that was definitely an attempted block, but unfortunately, I do actually know Ljovynn doesn't have any cards that could break through that.
Nice call with the Zipcaster, keeping the aggression going.
Ooh.
Yeah, it looks a little scary, but Ljovynn's not really able to do anything there. Nice block with the entry, but
that's a big override.
There's still room for Jack to just continue to, like, ruin that turf. And Ljovynn is just going to be like, I got 3 special, I'm going to start ruining your stuff.
Yeah, he's definitely going for some revenge for that Zipcaster.
Five turns left, both players have already spent 3 special.
Yeah. Be interesting to see if they could build back up the special. It's like Jack probably will. Ooh, Jack ended up bricking. But Ljovynn probably has to brick this turn and the next one as well, because all of his cards are just way too big to fit in any of the spaces, and he only has 1 special point. He'll probably end up having to brick all the way until the final turn, unless Jack gives him a special point somewhere, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. They're both evenly matched with points. Oh, but they both brick. Will they be able to find a good spot for their 312s?
Ooh, that's a pretty good crab tank spot. But you know he's looking for the perfect the truly perfectest position.
Yep.
Yeah, that's about as best as I think he's gonna be able to guess. And ooh, 411 is, unless that's a true perfect, I don't think that's gonna
Ooh.
be enough. It's not.
1 point difference, and it looks like Jack will unfortunately not be defeating Ljovynn this time, and Ljovynn winners finals.